Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Bradley YT and welcome back to another crypto video. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and XRP again. So let's just get straight into it. Bitcoin did hit my prediction, but it was only over a couple of days. I thought it would be instant as soon as we broke out of this descending triangle, but it wasn't. It was over the last couple of days. So basically today we went up to about $20,800, which is what I said that we would do. But it didn't kind of play out as to what I thought it would do exactly. So basically down here, I thought as soon as we would sort of break out, we would get sort of a big amount of buying pressure basically, and we should sort of get up there very, very quickly within the day or two that from when I posted my video basically. So we did still do what I said we would do, but it was just after a couple of days. But we did it. So we basically come up and retested $20,800, and we very quickly got rejected as well. So now we're obviously coming back down to support, and we're sort of just trying to confirm the support, and hopefully we can sort of close above this support level as well, which will make this support level stronger, and we should sort of hopefully continue towards the upside. But what we have been doing recently is we've obviously been coming up to this resistance level here, and we've been coming back down towards the downside. So I mean, we could be doing what we did back up here. We've basically had that impulsive break towards the upside, and we've obviously hit this resistance level here, and got major rejected back down to $19,000, which is what we could possibly do here. We have had this pump back up here, and we have now been rejected again, and we've obviously now created a bearish flag pattern. If we break towards the downside, that means that we'll probably be coming back down to retest this support level here of $20,200. And if we do break towards the downside from that, then we could be coming down a lot further. Hopefully not as far as $19,000 again. But obviously, again, crypto is sort of quite volatile at this moment in time, so it could well do that. We could well come back down to $19,000 again, but I'm hoping that we don't. I'm hoping we finally see some upside potential, but only time will tell, basically, because obviously Bitcoin's quite volatile, and the fear and greed index is still in extreme fear. So obviously there's still a lot of fear in the markets, and there's a lot of things happening with the recession sort of things. Like, is it going to happen? Is it not? So everyone's quite fearful at this moment in time, but we have done it. We've hit $20,800 like we said we would, but obviously not when I said I would. When I said it would, sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. But yeah, obviously on the 45-minute chart, as you can see, we are coming back down towards the downside, ever so slightly, and we have created this bearish flag pattern here. So basically, if we obviously break towards the downside of this, then we would be getting this red candle here, which would mean that we'll be sort of just breaking through this support level here of $20,200 and coming down to around $20,050. But once we break through this sort of support level here, we would try and confirm this support level here, and then try and sort of bounce back up towards the upside of $19,800. So that's in the short term. If we obviously break towards the upside of this bearish flag pattern, then we should be getting this green candle here, which would mean that we should be pumping and hopefully trying to break through this resistance level here of $20,800 and trying to get up and sort of get around $20,000 and trying to retest $20,200. So that's in the short term. As you can see, we are coming down ever so slightly, but obviously we're not too far off taking bullish on the MACD. So hopefully we do sort of trade sideways and then eventually sort of break towards the upside. That's obviously what we all want to see, but I tried to give you the downside potential as well. So just to sort of warn you, if we get closer to the bottom of this bearish flag, we could well break through this and try to retest support levels below, so the next couple of support levels below. So let's head towards the 1 hourly chart. If we look at the 1 hourly chart, it's the same sort of thing. We are in a bearish flag pattern here. No, I wouldn't say that as a bearish flag. I would say that's a bullish flag pattern here, because obviously we did just wick up towards the upside, but we are still trading inside this bullish flag pattern here. So if we do break towards the upside, we'll be getting this green candle here on the 1 hourly chart, which would still mean that we should be hopefully trying to break through this resistance level of $20,800 and try to get to around $21,000. So around $21,000 is where we are hoping to get to if we break out of this bullish flag pattern on the 1 hourly. or if we break out of the bearish flag pattern on the 45 minute. So it's the same sort of level. If you break towards the downside, it will probably be the same sort of thing. We'll be coming back down to support here of $20,200. If we do break towards the downside, we'll be coming down to retest support level of $19,800. Obviously, we're still looking okay on the RSI, and with the volume on the MACD is not too far off ticking bullish as well. But obviously, we need some more upside potential to be then ticking bullish on the MACD. If we head towards the 4-hourly chart, if we look at that as well, we are in a bullish flag pattern. So obviously, if you look at the higher time frames, obviously are more bullish, and obviously if we do tick bullish on the higher time frames, we get a bigger pump towards the upside. Sorry about that noise, there's a helicopter just passing. Hopefully that wouldn't take long to pass. So yeah, as you can see, so we are in a bullish flag pattern. So say the top of this support level here is the top of our flag, and the bottom of basically our support level here of $20,200 and the $20,800 resistance. They're both the top and bottom of our flag. So we're literally sticking between these two levels here of $20,800 and $20,200. So that's quite nice to see. So if we do break towards the upside potential will be this green candle here. And obviously if we break towards the upside, we should get a nice upside potential of around $21,800. That's obviously if we break towards the upside of this bullish flag pattern, and if we tick bullish outside of it. So we need to close above it on the 4-hourly chart, and then that would confirm that we are then going to be breaking out of the bullish flag pattern. If you break towards the downside potential would be this red candle here. So it would basically mean that we would probably get a lot of selling pressure, break all the way to the downside to around 19,000 sort of $400 level. But that might mean that we could be coming all the way back down to about $19,000. But as you can see here, we did sort of confirm support here. So that I would hope that would get back down to here and then sort of bounce back up. But obviously we'll see what happens. The RSI is not looking too bad at the moment, and the MACD obviously we're not quite ticking bullish just yet. But as you can see, we have decreased in volume here as well. We've decreased buying pressure basically. But as long as we sort of trade between these sort of two lines here, so we need to sort of stick between $20,200 and $20,800. That's sort of the levels that we need to be sticking between. And obviously we will see what happens. So if we obviously head towards the upside, we should be coming up and sort of retesting the $21,800 level. And obviously if you break towards the downside, we'll be looking at about $19,400. So that's the two sort of levels that you need to be looking between. Obviously that's if you're reading the charts yourself as well, and you sort of like you want to place trades and things like that. Obviously don't copy anything I'm doing. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to this is basically for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I can't get my words out tonight. Let's head towards the daily chart. If we look at the daily chart, as you can see, we're not in any sort of pattern at the moment. But as you can see, we did break out of this sort of descending triangle that we were in on the daily. And I did say if we do break out, then we should be coming up to around 20,800. But the next day, so I posted that around, when did I post that? Around the 2nd of July, I think I posted that. So obviously I had some issues with my computer as well, hence why I haven't been able to post. Not sure why. It's a very sort of new setup, so I'm not really sure what's been happening there. But basically, yeah. So I posted around the 2nd of July, and we actually broke out on the 4th of July. So it's been a couple of days since I said that we were going to be breaking out, but we still hit what I said we would hit. So basically, we just used this green candle here, and we put it on the outside of here. So and basically, yeah, we hit the $20,800 level to a T. We were meant to be, so basically the candle that I put, we were meant to be hitting around 20,500, but I also said if we do break through this, I would see that we should be coming up to retest 20,800, and we did it exactly. And then obviously we very quickly got rejected. So the next sort of levels that we are looking at are what I said, 21,800 if we break towards the upside of the bullish flag pattern on the 4-hourly chart. And if we break towards the downside, we should be getting to around $19,400 level. So that's it for Bitcoin. If we head towards XRP, let's just quickly look at the MACD. So the MACD, obviously, we are heading towards the upside. So if we do break out and we do head towards the upside on the 4-hourly chart for Bitcoin, then we should be coming up and then ticking bullish on the MACD. Once we tick bullish on the MACD on the daily, we should be getting to basically be getting quite high, hopefully back around these levels of around $30,000, maybe a little bit higher, but I'd like to start around $30,000 and then we'll see what happens. But obviously there is a lot of fear in the markets as well, so obviously do take that in mind, and obviously be careful when you are trading. It's very volatile, and you can very quickly get stopped out. Let's head towards XRP. If you look at XRP, I did say that basically XRP was in the same sort of patterns. We were in a descending triangle pattern here, as you can see, and I did say that XRP should do the same thing. If we do break out, this was still not the 2nd of July. If we do break out, I did say that we should be coming up to around 36.5 cents, but we obviously didn't do that. We've literally just been trading sideways. And sorry, let's just go back to Bitcoin because I wanted to show you something very, very quickly. As you can see, the reason why we did drop towards the downside very recently is because we did form a double top pattern. If you look here, we formed a double top pattern here, and obviously this bottom of support here. So basically you pump up, hit these levels, hit the bottom, hit the top, and as soon as you sort of hit the top here, you are coming down towards the downside. So that's obviously what happened with Bitcoin. That's obviously why we had the drop towards the downside. Just wanted to add that in there. If we head towards XRP, the same thing happened here. We created a double top pattern here, but it's the same sort of thing. You come up and you obviously create this sort of M-shaped pattern here, and then obviously that's when you break towards the downside, and that's what we did with XRP. As you can see, we are in a sort of bullish flag pattern. Obviously, this should be on the higher time frames. You will see it a lot clearer. But we are in a bullish flag pattern on XRP. I'm just saying that before I actually look at it. It might be completely wrong, but we'll see that in just a second. But it doesn't look like here that we are in like a bullish pennant pattern. So if we look here, this is our bullish pennant pattern, and the break towards the upside will be this green candle here. So basically, if Bitcoin pumps, XRP will pump, and we'll break towards the upside and retest 33.5 cents. If you break towards the downside, it would mean that we would be having this red candle here, which is about the same size. Basically, we'll be coming down to retest support here of 31, basically just under 32 cents. MACD is not looking too bad. RSI is not looking too bad, but we still need that buying pressure to tick bullish on the MACD. And then let's head towards the hourly chart. If you look at the hourly chart, that bullish pennant pattern is becoming more likely. So basically, at the moment for XRP, I'd say that we should be looking at around 33.5 cents if you pump towards the upside, and about 32 cents if you break towards the downside. That's obviously what happens with, if it all depends on what happens with Bitcoin. Basically, if Bitcoin pumps, XRP is going to pump. If Bitcoin dumps, XRP is also going to dump, but obviously dump a lot harder because it's an altcoin, so it does drop a lot quicker and a lot more basically. If we look at the 4-hourly chart, as you can see, I was right. I hadn't actually looked at these charts before. I literally just jumped on it to make a video, and you can kind of tell, if you look at the shorter time frames, you can kind of tell what sort of patterns are going to form before you head more towards the higher time frames, because obviously the 45-minute chart, it's all small candles, but then obviously you can kind of predict what's going to happen. If you head towards the higher time frames, you can sort of tell what's going to be the bigger candle. Like there's a big green candle like you can see here, but it's not really like a bullish pennant pattern here. It's now a bullish flag pattern. So as you can see, we've got a bullish flag pattern here on XRP. Let's just move that to one side. Obviously, the break towards the upside on this higher time frame is going to be a lot more. So if we look at this here, basically it'd be this green candle here, which will be pumping towards the upside. So we should be getting up to around the 34-cent level for XRP if we do break towards the upside of this bullish flag pattern. If you break towards the downside, we should be coming back down to retest, basically come back down to retest support of 30.5 cents. So basically the initial break towards the downside would be around what happened back here, of around 31 cents. And then we should be coming all the way back down. I would probably suggest that we probably would back down to 30.5 cents, but we could do what we did here and bounce back off. You could say this is basically like a support level, but I go off of the ones I've drawn because they're a lot stronger. There is a support level down here actually, which I haven't drawn in just yet. But as you can see on the MACD, we are pumping towards the upside, so that's quite nice. And the RSI is not ticking bullish just yet. We're not too far off, but we could break down towards the downside. Just depends on what Bitcoin does. Let's head towards a daily. On the daily, same again, not a lot's happening. We are sort of trading between these two levels here of 31, just under 32 cents, and 33.5 cents. So let's just keep an eye on the 4-hourly chart, because obviously that's where we can see our bullish flag pattern here. So obviously my predictions obviously for XRP is obviously we could be coming up to around 33, basically 34 cents. If we break towards the downside, we should be coming back down to around 32 cents. If we head towards Bitcoin, Bitcoin's obviously our target for Bitcoin is around 21,000. I'm not going to guess it actually. Let's go back onto the 4 hour. The 4 hour, let's have a quick look again because I've forgotten. Around 21,800, I think it was. Yeah, $21,800 for Bitcoin if we do break out of this bullish flag pattern, and obviously if we break towards the downside, we'll probably be coming back down to around the $19,300 level. So that's it on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. I'll be posting again tomorrow. I am going to get more regular again at posting my videos. Obviously, I have had some issues over the past few days, but hopefully I should be getting back to it. I'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.